Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Now, how's everybody feeling so far? Excited? All reeled up? A little bit impatient? So am I. So first and foremost, allow me to extend a very warm welcome to all of our distinguished guests, our fellow members of the media, our beloved VIPs we have joining us today, the management team from BMW Motors. And of course, we are also extremely privileged to be graced by the presence of the incredible, smart-looking gentleman over there. Can we put up your hand? We have Mr. Jeffrey Gant, our Managing Director from BMW Motor Retails and Distribution. And of course, our beloved Mr. Lau Yuan Long, Managing Director from Hyundai BMW Motors. And not forgetting is all of the Hyundai fans who are tuning in, watching our live right now. So thank you so much for taking a time of joining us online and offline here at Bangsa Shopping Center, and welcome to the most anticipated launch of the all-new Hyundai IONIQ 5 in Malaysia. So my name is Celine Lee, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be your host for this very special day. And on behalf of Hyundai Malaysia, I must say thank you very much for your patience as we gear up for your first official look of the Hyundai IONIQ 5. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now this electric car has come a very long way. Now, the IONIQ 5 is the ultimate proof point of Hyundai's evolving journey to deliver innovative, eye-catching, and most importantly, zero-emission electric vehicles. Now, there's just so much purity of the design, which was associated by the Hyundai's first production car, which is the 1974 Pony Coupe concept, and in other words, houses the past, the present, and the future of the brand. So the people really look back at the beginning of Hyundai Motor Company and focus at the Hyundai's design heritage that has been well developed over the years. And let me tell you, we couldn't be more proud than ever for Hyundai, because this very first dedicated electric vehicle, the IONIQ 5, also won the Best Car of the Year 2021 by designers around the world. So the outstanding design of the IONIQ 5 is highlighted through the fact that it was crowned by car design leaders with extensive years of experience and expertise. Now, in particular, considering the fact that year 2021 is also the first year in which the global EV market is thriving, this award becomes even more valuable to us. So what exactly is about the Hyundai that makes it so attractive even to the pickiest world-class designers? Well, we will soon find out. And needless to say, that was just a small teaser of what's hidden underneath that cloth right there. And let me assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that she is a stunning beauty. Now, proceeding with the agenda that we have for the day, time to hear some speeches. And with that, we would first like to start off by welcoming our Managing Director from BMW Motors, Mr. Andrew Basham. Mr. Andrew, however, is unable to join us and be present with us physically, and hence he will be indeed dialing in all the way from Australia. So please, first join me on screen in welcoming Andrew.
Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to have you here at this exciting and highly anticipated launch of the Hyundai IONIQ 5. The IONIQ 5 is a game changer in the electric vehicle segment, offering customers a host of premium features and the latest innovation at an accessible price. This is Hyundai's second electric vehicle after the successful launch of the Kona Electric last year. Hyundai is paving the way for affordable EVs, with the Kona Electric being an entry-level vehicle that suits city dwellers for a daily commute to work. And now we have the IONIQ 5 that features an even longer range, ultra-fast charging, and a more spacious and comfortable cabin, making it the ideal family car for longer distance travel. With these added features and the stylish design, the IONIQ 5 is still affordable for many. It is no wonder that it is being snapped up in most countries, making it the most desirable EV. Rolling out electric vehicles will be a focus for the brands we at Sime Darby represent, including Hyundai, of course. This is aligned with our commitment towards developing sustainable futures. Sime Darby's sustainability blueprint has been developed as an overarching framework to drive our efforts in sustainability. One of our clear targets is to have a more energy efficient product portfolio each year, and significantly so by 2025. Congratulations, Hyundai Sime Darby Motors, with their successful launch of the IONIQ 5. You will be impressed with the capability of this EV, and I look forward to seeing many IONIQ 5 on roads in Malaysia. Thank you, everyone, and see you at our next launch.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew, for your speech. Now, indeed, we are fairly certain that the IONIQ 5 will be appealing to the Malaysian market. Now, moving on, it is just about time for us to hear from the man of the hour, for we do have our managing director from Hyundai Sime Darby Motors with us. So with that, please join me in welcoming up front Mr. Lau Yuan Long, and for his words of welcome. Over to you, Mr. Lau.
Thank you, Celine. Good morning, members of media, my fellow colleagues, my esteemed partners, Yinsun, MiCom, EcoRide, and Green Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming here today and join us on these very special occasions. In October 2021, our government has announced the Low Carbon Mobility Blueprint. To align and to support the initiative, Hyundai Sime Darby Motors has launched their very first electric vehicle, Kona EV. And now, in less than 4 months, here we are to launch our second model of electric vehicle, the ultimate electric CUV, crossover utility vehicles, IONIQ 5. IONIQ 5 was first introduced in February 2021, and it has received overwhelming response, and the waiting list is up to 1 year in certain countries. And we strongly believe that it will be well received in Malaysia. IONIQ 5 was built on a Hyundai E-GMP platform that offers large interior space, yet it is packed with advanced technologies, futuristic design, and also many convenience features. And electric vehicles offer long-term savings in terms of the service maintenance, as well as it is zero petrol costs. With the outstanding driving range and ultra-fast charging, it is suitable for all walks of life in Malaysia. Recently, IONIQ 5 has taken the e-mobility market by storm with the awards and accolades received around the world. With these awards, it represents the reliability and the success of this vehicle. In Malaysia, there will be 3 variants with 2 battery pack that offer driving distance between 380 km to 480 km. And I believe with this travel distance, you can travel without worrying and without the range anxiety. Without further ado, I would like to invite all of you to join me in welcoming the new addition to our Hyundai family, the all-new IONIQ 5. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lau, for your beautiful opening remark. And yes, we are very excited indeed. There had been a lot of teasing going around ahead of this imminent reveal, and we cannot believe that the day has finally arrived. So ladies and gentlemen, the moment that all of you have been waiting for, the unveiling of the Hyundai IONIQ 5. Now, fellow members of the media, are you guys ready with your camera? To my fellow Facebook Live viewers, if you are feeling as excited as we do, don't forget to spam that reaction button out there. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready, let the show begin.
I don't even know what normal would be.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Hyundai IONIQ 5, now launched in Malaysia. Now truly a slick-looking and a massive car, the first ever 2022 Hyundai IONIQ 5 is just the start of the next generation of exclusively electric vehicle by Hyundai. So power definitely runs through the IONIQ 5 with a completely new formula. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's give another resounding round of applause to the amazing catwalk performance put forward by our beautiful models earlier. Now let's take things forward by starting off with our photo taking session. And for that, I would like to re-invite our guest of honor for today. Can we have Mr. Jeffrey Gunn, our Managing Director from BMW Motors Retail and Distribution, joined by our Mr. Lau, Managing Director from Hyundai BMW Motor, to be gathered here up front with our IONIQ 5 for a group photo opportunity with the members of the media. There you have it. What a remarkable day for everybody here who are involved with the launch. Now it's truly an honor to have all of you joining us here, especially for those who are tuning in virtually from wherever you are. Now indeed, this would once again mark another major milestone for the Hyundai Malaysian team. Alright, with that having said, so that's the photo taking session with our phenomenal management team from BMW Motors. So thank you very much, gentlemen. And also thank you very much to our fellow members of the media. So may I invite all of you to return to your tables as we continue to carry on with our agenda for the day. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Now I know the excitement is real. I know that seeing is believing. But won't you want to know what the Hyundai IONIQ 5 has on its sleeve? So how about let's get into it and start our discovery by first talking about the exterior. So the all-new Hyundai IONIQ 5 right here. Now on photo, it looks rather compact, but in reality, it's actually massive. So thanks to the E-GMP, which is what we call as the Electric-Global Modular Platform, now the distance between the front wheels and the rear wheel is now 3 meters apart. So if you know our Hyundai Palisade, our 3 big front row SUV that we have in the family, now the wheelbase of this is actually 100 millimeter longer than of the Palisade. So that means improved stability. And also, the increased distance means that when your front wheels go over a bump, it actually gives the suspension enough time to settle in before it hits the rear. Over here at the front, now this is what we call as our clamshell bonnet. It gives this car right here a super clean look. And I must say, this is how I imagine car would look like futuristically. With the graphic blocks and the clean cutting lines, at first glance, I actually thought that it has taken inspiration of that of the Boba Fett's helmet, which is a very super famous character from Star Wars. But here, as we can see, check out these headlines that we have. There are a total of 256 parametric pixels, which is also the visual identity of this car. Now, it looks straight out of a video game. And of course, you have right here, including is the lighted underbar right here. And down at the bottom, you actually have your active air flaps, which would then control aerodynamics for the overall performance. So as you move to the side, now the top of the range IONIQ will come with a 20-inch wheel alloy, but on standard, you will get your inch wheel alloy, but on standard, you will get your 19 inches. So check this out, these mounted wheels right here and the slashes that cut through your wheel up looks really, really awesome. Now as we move on, when you try to unlock the car, now these flat door handles would actually pop out. And when you try to lock your vehicle, these handles actually fold in nice and flush. So there's also an additional feature on your key where you actually can start the car remotely. So with that, you can actually cool your vehicles in hot sunny days while you wait to jump in and drive away. Now, as we slowly move towards the back, you will also notice how long this back door really is, an indication of how spacious the interior could be. Now this car right here, the IONIQ 5, is really beautiful to look at with these cuts and the lines that really accentuate the side profile. Now what about the back? Now the back end continues to follow the parametric pixels all the way through. It doesn't come with a wiper because the design is such that the air flows through and pushes the water down. Simply amazing, right? So I really enjoy looking the back of this car, especially in night, because it really gives you that unique lighting signatures. So Hyundai totally nailed the styling on this one right here. Now moving on, let's talk about the interior. Now on the inside, the IONIQ 5 is really a nice car to be in. Now it's fairly minimal, but it does look just as futuristic as on the outside, which is something that we definitely love. So there's no transmission tunnel, because obviously this is a built out from the ground electric vehicle where you have your batteries on the floor with loads of space. So in this car, which is our most impressive bit, we have actually installed a movable center console and completely flattened the floor to give you a roomy and customizable interior. So the center console can actually be pushed to the rear, removing any obstacles between you, the driver, and your front passenger. So what happens? Imagine this. So this is particularly handy because you can ply across easily to your side passenger should you be parking in a super tight parking spot and you're unable to get out of your car with your driver's door. Okay? And as we move on, so what do we see? At the front, of course, we have here is our two-spoke wheel. Now, the two-spoke wheel is available on our four-wheel drive setup. Okay? And this one right here, one thing that really grabs your attention is the fact that you are unable to find that swooping Hyundai logo in the middle of your steering wheel. Now, instead, you will be finding 4 dots, dot, 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 dot. So what does the dot, dot, dot mean? That could actually be translated into our Morse code, which stands for the letter H. Now, this is amazing, right? Because considering the fact that this is how a future design should really look at. Now, as you look up ahead of you, now you will be greeted with a 12.3-inch flat digital display with 2 individual screens. So one would be your driver digital display, and the other would be your infotainment. Now, it tells you your battery capacity, it tells you your driving range, it tells you how long you can go with or without air conditioning. So this system right here is fairly easy to use, it's very easy to touch, swipe, very touch sensitive. And there are also many different menus that you can choose from. You can also change the color or the look of this car depending on which driving mode you are in. So fairly to say, it's bright, it's crisp, the icons are designed nicely, and of course you have got your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard. Now moving to the side, you will also get a magnetic notice board. So what does the magnetic notice board do? In fact, it is kind of one of a kind where you can actually stick pictures or photos or even your post-it notes. Now for storage, check out our glove box. Or should we say in this case of the IONIQ, check out our glove drawer. Because you can actually slide out like a huge, massive drawer. So all together, our plus point. Now the surround view camera system of this all-wheel drive right here is also absolutely glorious. Now you will find image in high definition, and I guarantee you, you are going to love the 3D effect on your bird's eye view. How about the rear? As I mentioned earlier, it's super spacious. You've got loads of headroom, you've got loads of knee room or leg room, okay? And there isn't any problem for you to install or accommodate one of those big, bulky rear-facing child seats, and you can simply anchor them into your ISOFIX. Now the seats can also be folded 60-40 if you wish to put them down. Now for the all-wheel drive variant ahead of you, you will notice that this is actually your solar panel roof that would actually help to run your auxiliary system. And of course, other extremely cool features include the 64 options of ambient lighting that you can select based on your preference. Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to something really cool about the IONIQ called V2L, which stands for Vehicle to Load. So what this really means is that you can plug your appliance directly into our battery and power up your electric appliances with a 3-pin socket. So how cool is that? So imagine you're traveling long distance. Okay, you can make coffee with your Nespresso machine. If you're going out for a camp with your friends or family, you can charge up your camping gears. You can also recharge your e-bikes in an emergency, or you can even help to revive a dead electric car from a friend. So this bi-directional charging is phenomenal. Now moving on to the trunk. Now of course you have your power tailgate, which makes loading so much easier. And at the same time, the boot capacity is 527 liters. So it's a nice square shape. And of course, you are able to fit in 3 sets of golf bags easily. You have your underfloor storage to hide away your cables. You also have your load covers to hide things away from prying eyes. Now, because this is an EV, let's talk about the front boot capacity, and the term we call as the frunk. So this frunk for the rear-wheel drive variant is at 57 liters, while on the other hand, for our all-wheel drive variant, it will be reduced to 24 liters because of the extra motor that we have at the front. So ladies and gentlemen, the IONIQ 5 is also here to offer you the ultimate in-car driving experience while ensuring safety. So the advanced head-up display would provide you the driver assist information, your safety alert warnings, and of course, both either in an augmented reality or a normal mode based on your user preference. Now, of course, with the Hyundai SmartSense technology, you also get to enjoy safety features such as your lane keeping assist, your forward collision avoidance assist, your blind spot collision avoidance assist, your safe exit alert, which would allow the car to detect an oncoming traffic from the back as you exit the vehicle. But significantly more advanced, guys, we have something we call as the blind spot view monitor. So regular blind spot monitoring is all about the sensors, it's all about the cameras that we install in the car that could help you detect the oncoming traffic from the rear or the side. But our blind spot view monitor is more ambitious. So if you turn on your indicator on your left or your right, or you like to call it as you turn on your signal on your left or your right, the digital display screen ahead of you would actually pops up the exact view of the relevant bit of the road. So if you turn on your left indicator, it will show you the rear view down on your left-hand side. And on the other hand, when you turn on your right indicator, it will show you the view on your right-hand side. So when you put that to use, this safety feature alone can be a significant lifesaver. Now, there are also different driving modes that you can choose from, and each drive modes would have a dramatically impact on your accelerator pedal. So most people, when you buy an EV, you want to put this on eco. After all, you may think that it's all about conserving the range, it's all about trying to travel as far as possible. But in any day, if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, you can try on our sport mode because it's livelier, it can tighten up the car, and at the same time, launch your car even faster. And one thing really worth highlighting right here is the brake. Now, you can actually control the 4 levels of regenerative braking by using the pedals on your steering wheels that is super efficient at harvesting energy. At the same time, you can also activate what we call as the I pedal, where you can lift your foot off the accelerator pedal and the car will slow down to a complete stop. So this is super ideal for your day-to-day commute. It's also very amazing, especially in your start-stop traffic situation in town, because that means that you barely have to touch your brake pedal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another amazing feature is the fast charging. So with a 350 kilowatt DC charger, okay, 400 volt and the 800 volt battery system of the IONIQ 5 can actually high-speed charge up to 80% in just 18 minutes. So this multi-charging system is also the first patented in the world. So it's so amazing about this IONIQ 5. Now I'm pretty sure that by now you probably want to know the different battery modes and the different variants that we have here in Malaysia. So the entry-level IONIQ, which is right over there on my left, that is called the Lite, and right here, the Plus. So they have a 58 kilowatt battery that produces 170 PS and 350 Newton meter of torque, and it's only available in the rear wheel drive variant. And it could allow you to travel up to about 380 kilometers in range. Or you have another option right here. You can up that up to a 73 kilowatt battery, and you will get the 4-wheel drive version. Now this one right here has a 305 PS and 605 Newton meter of torque, and extend your driving range up to 430 kilometers. So your rear-wheel drives can launch the car from 0 to 100 in just 8.5 seconds, and whereas your 4-wheel drive, this one right here, which is the Max variant, can actually launch the car from 0 to 100 in just 5.2 seconds. Now here comes the next question in mind. How about the price package? So let me do the honor of unveiling that to you right here today. Now our IONIQ 5 Lite is going at 199,888. Right here on my right, the IONIQ 5 Plus is going at 229,888, whereas our IONIQ 5 Max will be selling at 259,888. Super, super attractive price point that we have. Now, a lot of the time, when we talk about buying a car, we talk about the sportiness of the car. But what we know is we don't sweep off deserted mountains, we don't go detour. Most of the time, in reality, we commute, we run errands, we pick up kids from the school, right? So wouldn't it be nice to have a nice machine like this one here that can do all the comfortable rides and yet still giving you that design touches that makes you want to take a second glance on this car even after you walk away. So the IONIQ 5 retro styling, the comfy ride, the spacious cabin right here really has its own flavor going on. So combination with the years of R&D bringing you our most cutting-edge technology for a spacious, eco-friendly mobility solution. And that is the end of my presentation on the Hyundai IONIQ 5. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie. Now this is going to be the first EV that I am ready to move into electric. And let me ask you to consider the same. So because of all things ergonomics and looks, this is by far the best. All right, with that having said, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our launch of our Hyundai IONIQ 5 here today. Now, a mobility solution for the next generation, which would guarantee you a heck of a drive. So we hope that you enjoy the unveiling of the car and also the catwalk performance that we have put forward to you. For those of our Facebook Live fans, thank you so much for tuning in from wherever you are. Now, we do look forward to welcome you here at Bangsa Shopping Center until this Sunday, or dealership across Malaysia if you want to see the IONIQ 5 in person. Well, for the rest, the remaining members of the media, now we'd like to invite you to continue to explore the car, take a closer look of the IONIQ 5 for the remaining of time. And with that, having said, my name is Celine. Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day and goodbye.